guys, welcome to another movie review. Today we're doing a classic movie called Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So let's go into it. I was thinking if I've seen any Jean-Claude Van Damme movies other than if he was in Expendables. I don't know who he was. I feel like he had to be because everybody was in it. I think he was in the second one. Don't know if he was in any of those. But I know, I think he was in, like I said, the second one. So other than that, I couldn't think of anything else I've seen him in. He might have been in something that I've seen. I just don't know. So this could be technically my first movie of just him alone. I guess not a big thing with like all the action stars other than Expendables. This is the first action movie that I've seen. I always see him as an action star, so I'm like, this is gonna be fun. It's a story about him, and there's a girl who comes into this town to look for her father. Before I do that, before I get into I'm just jumping into it, you gotta give him a general sauce. It's a fun action movie for the time. It's an older movie. I probably want to rate a little bit low, but it's still like a good action movie. I think you gotta think about it as, especially when you come to older movies, it's like, just because it came out then, it doesn't mean it's still good now. It's good back, because it's weird, because back then, that movie could have been like, back then it would have been like, oh, that's what's amazing movie, but nowadays it could be like, ooh. I would say, yeah, not a bad action movie. It's not like the cream of the crop, or like the best action movies of all time, but I'd say it's up there, that high, but it's like definitely one I would check out. So the movie's about, like I said, this girl who comes into this town, I think it's in Louisiana, and she goes to find her dad, finds out he's dead. He meets Jean-Claude Van Damme's character because he was in a bar. He goes out, these guys start attacking him or something, attacking her, and then obviously Jean-Claude Van Damme comes in and kicks their asses, and then eventually they meet later because he wants her to help her find their dad, figure out what's going on, and there's these guys who are doing this stuff. I don't know if they're smuggling guns or drugs or what they're doing, but they're smuggling stuff, and like, hey, if they have this game they're playing where people pay them, and like, hey, we have this game, you have to go after this guy, and you have to make it, if you make it to here, you make it out with the money, it's scot-free, but if you don't, you die. Because obviously we're coming after you and trying to kill you. You just gotta make it to the end with the money, and that's what happened to her dad. It also happened to a friend of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character in the movie. Like I said, I can't remember his official, I can't remember Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, his name in the movie, but he has a black friend who gets into this thing and then he dies. So he basically gets really mad and wants to, like, we're gonna find out what's going on, and they'll start attacking him and her. So they eventually have to go follow him and do a big fight with them. Then they get to the point where they get to go to the middle of the, like, bayou and meet, like, his uncle or something. And he helps them, he has guns and stuff, and he helps them, and it starts a big fight. And they get to the big finale where we had the big fight in this big, like, warehouse. We had a bunch of, like, props or stuff that looked like from carousels or, like, floats and stuff. And this big shootout and plus blowing up and all this crazy shit. It's great. And then they obviously eventually stop the bad guy in the free room, make it out alive. The dad the uncle gets like shot or gets hurt or something, and he goes back in and gets them all. But in the end, they save the day, get all the bad guys, kill all the bad guys, and the free room make it out alive. And it's great. It's a great, fun action movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hard Target. I highly recommend it. It's fun. Like I do recommend it. It's fun. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's a good action flick. So what you guys think? Let's get to the rating. I was gonna give this an 8. I want to say we're gonna drop it to a 7. It's 7 or an 8. 7, I think. But just to be safe, we do a 7. Like I said, it's really good. It's almost probably would have been an 8. It's kind of like tied between 7 and 8. I'm just gonna give it a 7, but it could be an 8 as well. It's one of the ones where like sometimes there's a movie where I'm like, is this a 7 or an 8? I'm like, I'm gonna give it a 7, but it could be an 8. I'm just, it's one of the ones that took the lines where I feel like it's right on the line, where it could be either one. I'm like, we're just gonna give it a 7. What you guys think of Hard Target? Have you seen the classic Van Damme movie? Let me know in the comment down below. You guys can always stay epic. See you in the next movie, you guys. Bye.